Hey everybody, Chris Pratt here, excited to be on the Space Mysteries channel today. Welcome to jaw-dropping skills that will leave you speechless. Some of the stuff we find, it just blows my mind. You think you've seen it all, right? Then, bam! Something redefines the game. Today, it's about power, precision, and control that feels like sci-fi. These operators, these heavy metal wizards, are doing things you would not believe. Buckle up, folks, for the most mind-bending excavator skills ever caught on camera. This is Space Mysteries, and this is excavator mastery like you've never seen before. Alright, first up, we've got something that sounds simple, but when you think about what we're dealing with here, it's just... wow. We're talking about stacking eggs. Yeah, you heard me. Now, imagine trying to pick one up, not with your fingers, but with the giant metal claw of an excavator. Hold on to your hard hats, because this operator is about to redefine delicate. The control, the minute adjustments they're making with those joysticks, it's like watching a brain surgeon at work. The bucket gently, so gently, cradles the egg. The operator lifts it, smooth as silk. This is pure artistry in motion. Okay, so we've seen the delicate touch with something as fragile as an egg. But what happens when the stakes are even higher? Our next clip showcases an operator performing a delicate rescue operation. The control and finesse on display here are just on another level. This isn't a game. This is real-world skill with real-world consequences. It's situations like these where you see the true mettle of an operator. All right. From delicate rescues to sandcastles? But not just any sandcastles, folks. We're talking about intricate, massive sand sculptures, created not by hand, but by the bucket of an excavator. Now, I love a good day at the beach, maybe build a little something with the kids. But this is taking sand art to a colossal and frankly unbelievable new dimension. It's where raw industrial power meets fine art, and the results are nothing short of spectacular. You wouldn't think a machine designed to move tons of earth could be used for something so artistic. Think about it. An excavator bucket is huge. It's made of thick steel, and it's controlled by hydraulic power that can tear through solid ground. How on earth does an operator use that to sculpt delicate curves, intricate details, and towering spires out of something as soft and yielding as sand? It boggles the mind. But these artists, because that's what they are, have figured it out. Chapter 4. Heavy Metal Jenga. Don't topple the tower. Okay, this next one? This is where things get a little bit crazy, well, Jenga, you all know the game, right? Carefully pulling out wooden blocks from a tower, trying not to be the one to make it all come crashing down. It requires a steady hand, a delicate touch, and nerves of steel. Now, imagine playing Jenga. But instead of your fingers, you're using the boom and bucket of a multi-ton excavator. And instead of small wooden blocks, you've got giant, custom-made Jenga pieces. Yeah, let that sink in. I mean, come on. The sheer audacity of even attempting this is something to behold. The level of control required is almost beyond comprehension. We're talking about maneuvering a massive piece of machinery with such precision that you can nudge, grip, and extract a single block from a teetering tower without disturbing the others. The operator has to have an almost telepathic connection with their machine. They need to feel every tiny vibration, every slight shift in weight. Chapter 5. Thirsty work. Excavator bartender on duty. Alright, after all that tension with the Jenga game, I think we could all use a drink. And who better to pour it than an excavator operator? That's right, folks. Our next clip features an operator using their massive machine to pour a drink. We're talking bottle, glass, the whole shebang. Now, I've seen some fancy bartending skills in my time. You know, flipping bottles, juggling shakers. But using an excavator to pour a perfectly measured beverage without spilling a drop, or, more importantly, smashing the glass to smithereens, that's a whole new level of hold my beer. Think about the challenge here. You've got a heavy, powerful machine designed for digging and lifting, and you're asking it to perform one of the most delicate, everyday tasks. The operator has to somehow attach a bottle to the end of that giant arm, or maybe hold it within the bucket itself. So, we've seen excavators stack eggs, rescue things, sculpt sand, play Jenga, and even pour drinks. What's next, you ask? How about painting a picture? Yes, you heard that correctly. We're not talking about painting a house with a giant sprayer attachment. We're talking about actual artistic painting with brushes and a canvas, all manipulated by the arm of an excavator. If that doesn't scream jaw-dropping skill, I don't know what does. This is where engineering meets artistry in the most unexpected and delightful way. Imagine the setup. A giant canvas, probably propped up on an easel sturdy enough to withstand a gentle nudge from a multi-ton machine. And then, the excavator, armed not with a bucket, but with a paintbrush. How do they even attach it? Is it clamped in the teeth of the bucket? Is there a special holder? The ingenuity alone is impressive. All right, hold on to your seats for this next one because it is genuinely heart-stopping. We've seen precision, we've seen artistry, but now we're going into the realm of pure, unadulterated, high-stakes balance. Imagine an excavator, this massive, heavy piece of machinery performing a tightrope walk. I know it sounds completely insane, like something out of a cartoon, but I assure you the footage is real, and the skill on display is absolutely breathtaking. This is where operators truly become daredevils of the dirt pile. Now, obviously, it's not a literal tightrope in most cases. We're talking about the excavator balancing its tracks on two narrow beams, or perhaps carefully traversing a series of logs or pipes with a significant drop on either side. Okay, we've seen excavators do just about everything you can imagine, and probably a few things you couldn't. But what about making music? Surely that's a step too far for these metal behemoths, right? Wrong. Our final clip for today features an excavator operator who has turned their machine into a musical instrument. Get ready for a symphony of skills, a percussive performance that will make you see and hear excavators in a whole new light. This is where raw power meets rhythmic precision. How does an excavator play music, you ask? Well, it takes a lot of ingenuity. Maybe the operator is using the bucket to strike giant custom-made xylophone keys. Or perhaps they're creating a rhythm section by tapping out beats on different surfaces. Metal plates, large drums, even different parts of another piece of equipment. Carefully, of course. The possibilities are as varied as the imaginations of these incredibly creative operators. It's about finding the music in the machine, the rhythm in the hydraulics. Wow, just wow. From stacking eggs with impossible delicacy to playing musical instruments with a multi-ton machine. My mind is officially blown. The sheer talent and precision of these operators is something else. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. Stay tuned for our next episode with more jaw-dropping talents. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you next time.